This just in, Purdue did not lose its first-round game like they did last year. Last year at this time, we were coming up with a breaking news animation because they had lost to FDU, and it was historic. This time, Zach Edey and the Purdue Boilermakers out to avenge that. They win by 28 over Grambling State, who is making its first NCAA tournament appearance. So the committee certainly giving Purdue a soft landing, and they played in Indianapolis as the 1 seed in the Midwest. Zach Edey is the story of this game. 30 points, 21 rebounds. I mean, he just gets what he wants. They had no answer for Grambling State had no answer. He is, Zach Edey, the first player since 1995 with 30 points and 20 rebounds in an NCAA tournament game. The last was Joe Smith at Maryland. He was so good. Zach Edey on pace to win a second straight National Player of the Year. Doesn't matter to him. He wants to win a national championship, and the quest begins now. They got to win 5 more games as they take care of business in the first round and do not suffer history once again. All right, Tim, Zach Edey, 30 and 20. I mean, you know, if he can get that in a game, it's going to be tough to beat him. Yeah, he missed 6 free throws. He was 8 of 14 from the free throw line. You never want to, like, point out a weakness in somebody that just had 30 points and 20 rebounds. But watching the game, Akeem, I thought he easily could have had a 40 spot. And I think that free throw shooting is going to be a storyline in this tournament. Now, he shoots it relatively well in the 70s, but you got to think teams are going to make him earn it, especially as this tournament wears on. As for Purdue, 26.5-point favorite. Oh, boy. If you took Grambling State, I want to hang out with you, okay? You like to party because you know they were going to win this game, but you took the dog, and for 99.8% of this game, you felt amazing. You felt great. You're covering 3 by a no-name guy, and all of a sudden you're not covering. So tough L if you are a Grambling backer. I have a lot of respect for you, but as for Purdue, they absolutely rolled. 28-point victory, their largest win on a tournament game since 1998. Really, this is, again, when the bracket came out and this Midwest bracket was released, this is the prove-it bracket. Purdue has a lot to prove. Texas, Tennessee, Creighton. Look, this is if Purdue's going to do it, if they're going to make history and lose to a 16 seed one year and do what Virginia did the following year, win a championship, this is a team that's got to prove something. And what's different about last year's team than this year's team? They're more experienced, and the guard play is much better. Yeah, they got Lance Jones, and he's a great two-way player. I got a chance to cover him at Southern Illinois. Ironically enough, I saw him play in high school. He went to Evanston High School. He's always been a great defender. He's an offensive guy who's work in progress but can make shots, but he's gave them a certain level of athleticism that they haven't had before. So, yeah, the storylines of Purdue, I think, are going to be, can Edey make clutch free throws, and can the surrounding cast members make enough shots? Because if they have a game where they go 3 for 21 from 3, and then everyone just packs it in, and Zach has a hard time creating any, that's the game they're going to lose. So they have to make enough shots to keep the defense honest. That way he has some room to operate, because the kid is tremendous. He's a tremendous college basketball player. If I was advising him, I would be advising him to come back to school, especially with NIL right now. Maximize, you know, your potential earning power, or go in the portal. See what they'll pay you. You go to the NBA, it doesn't work out. Where do you end up? You know, G League, you end up in Europe. Yeah. Here, you know where it's going to be. You guys going to be really good in college. Right. Like, so I know it's an interesting time. It's an uncomfortable conversation because we're not used to it, because we've been used to a certain way in college sports, but it's a different landscape now. And if I was advising Zach Edey, I'd be like, go in the portal. See if someone will pay you $4 million. See if someone pay you $8 million. I don't know. You don't know what's out there. Yeah, we'll see what the market calls for. Right? And that's what it comes down to. But the other side is turn pro, don't get drafted, and then you're hanging around somewhere, maybe not even making $100,000. I mean, if you're advising him, you're telling him to go back to West Lafayette. No, I'm not. I'm telling him to go in the portal and see what's out there. And then, by the way, you leverage that. If you got an offer somewhere else to pay you $4 million, you can go back to Purdue and go, I'd love to come back here. You got that kind of money? Or else you go turn pro, you make $100,000, or you may not even catch on with a team, and then what? Like, you have this amazing opportunity to maximize your pay, and I know this is uncomfortable for everybody, but this is the reality of college sports right now. I'd be like, go in the portal. Yeah. See if Michigan will give you this. See if Kentucky will give you this.
You also brought up another good point. He was 8 of 14 from the free throw line. Oh, yeah. Could we see perhaps Hack-a-Zach in the next couple games here?
I think it's a lock. Absolutely. Because what are you going to do? You're going to throw a lot of bodies at him, and you're going to make him earn it. He's not a lights-out free throw shooter. He's acceptable. He's not Shaquille O'Neal. He's not going to the free throw line and shooting 50% from the free throw line where, you know, he makes them when he needs them. Shoots the ball nice and high. He's certainly improved. You got to remember, this guy's late to basketball, so he's getting better every single time he steps on the floor. But, yeah, I think those are going to be the storylines of Purdue. Can the other guys make enough shots to spread out the lane? And if Edey gets Hack-a-Edey, does he go to the free throw line and have a game where he goes 7 of 19, 7 of 20. I think both are possibilities.
You know one of my catchphrases, right? Make your free throws, kids.
I thought it was print the shirts. I thought it was have a day.
It is have a day. I got a lot. I got to make a shirt with a lot of them on there, and then maybe I'll hand them out to the production associates here. Just hand them out to the PAs, and you know they can walk around with them on with all my catchphrases on. I'll give you one too. I got to get it to work on that.
I heard you might be going in the portal.
I'm not going anywhere. What are you talking about? I'm having the time of my life right now sitting next to you. I'm not going nowhere, my friend. You know where Purdue's going? They're going on to the next round because of Zach Edey. 30 points, 21 rebounds, the most in an NCAA tournament game since 1995. Joe Smith did that.
You and I remember Joe Smith.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. He could ball, man. He was so good. Zach Edey trying to lead Purdue to a natty. They're 5 wins away. They get beyond the first round, take care of business, take down Grambling State. Now you got to deal with whoever's up next. They'll face the winner of Utah State and TCU on Sunday.